Two Winthrop University students were arrested last year, accused of stealing a bicycle on campus. Later, their criminal charges were dropped without a trial. Rock Hill prosecutors say they only dropped the charges because someone at Winthrop intervened. Winthrop Police Chief Frank Zebedis says he was asked to tell the court to stop prosecution of the students. Later, in an email to the prosecutor, the police chief says he felt pressured to make that request. He says Winthrop's former president called him to ask that he try to have the student charges dropped. But it's unclear whether pressure came from elsewhere at the university. Public records obtained by the Herald newspaper confirm that former Winthrop president Jamie Comstock Williamson made the call to the police chief. The records also indicate that she claims she was directed by someone above her to make the call. Williamson is no longer at Winthrop. She was fired on June 26th. Before Williamson was fired, the Winthrop Board of Trustees suspended her. Around that time is when she claims that a Winthrop trustee had directed her to see that the students' charges would be dropped. She makes that claim in a text message to the police chief months after the case was dismissed. There, the former president appears to accuse Winthrop Board Chairwoman Kathy Bigham of being involved. But Bigham denies that allegation, and she says no Winthrop trustee ever had improper involvement with the students' case. Several Winthrop trustees did have questions and concerns about the arrest. They'd received numerous phone calls from the community, Bigham said. She says that trustees made those concerns known to the Winthrop president's office, which is a routine process for the board. Bigham contends that passing along the concerns and questions about the arrest was not a directive for anyone to drop the charges for the students. It's unclear what exactly the former president said to the police chief when she called to make the request about the charges. The police chief would not comment on the conversation, and Williamson could not be reached after several phone calls and emails to her and her attorney. Winthrop's police chief says that before this case, he'd never been asked to seek having charges dropped for a university student. He would not comment on whether it was appropriate for Winthrop to intervene in prosecution.